Hello thrillers, welcome back to this tutorial today on how to make a bodycon dress using a stretch fabric, a cold shoulder bodycon dress. So because you are interested in this, let's get right to it.
Tall buildings, as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young.
This is a 1.5 yards of a by 60 fabric, and yes, it stretches two sides. Look at it, it stretches like this way too. So I have it folded already. So this is unfold and this is unfold. Remember, no zipper, it stretches, so we're not adding any zipper. And I've gone ahead to mark 1/2 inch on the top side from where I'll start taking my measurements. And to know the amount of fold, it is your hip circumference divided by 4. Then you can just add 1 inch extra. I used hip because it is my highest body circumference. Some people theirs would be bust, so whatever your highest circumference is, divided by 4 and add little allowance because it stretches. So from here, I mark down my shoulder to bust, which is 10 inches, shoulder to waist, 16.5 inches, shoulder to hip, 26 inches. And I'm making use of the hole as my length. And here I have a 45, both sewing allowance. For the horizontal measurement, please make use of a measurement. On the bust circumference is 37.5 inches divided by 4 is 9.375. And on the waist, 30 inches divided by 4 is 7.5 here. The hip, 41.5 inches divided by 4 is 10.375. I have it here. On the down part, whatever I have here, that's 10.375 minus 2 is 8.375. I'll mark it here and I'll connect. I reduced it by 2 because this is a pencil dress. If you want yours to be straight, just mark what you have on your hip here. For the neck, I'm making use of a neck width of 4 inches here and a neck depth of 1.5 for the back and 4 inches for the front. Okay, and I'll connect. The shoulder to shoulder divided by 2 is 7.75, which is here. The armhole circumference is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I'm supposed to come down here by 8 inches, but to get a straight line, I'm going to mark this shoulder divided by 2 here also, which is 7.75. So I'll come down here 8 inches. So this becomes my chest line. I'm just coming up straight. All right, here is our armhole. Because we have a shoulder slant, our shoulder is not straight. I'm coming down by 1 inch and I'll connect it like this. Then this is a cold shoulder, so I want to go in by 1 inch here and connect it back here. So I just disregard this one. All right, our armhole opening, connecting this into here, just make a curve. I cleaned it out so that we wouldn't be confused, and I added 1/2 inch sewing allowance on the back, on the front and the back, on the shoulder line 1/2 inch, and on the armhole too. I should have added 1/2 inch also, or even less than 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to cut. Please note, because this is generously stretchy, I'm not supposed to add allowance here. I'll just cut this and even still sew in, while sewing, I'll still sew from this because it is stretchy. But I want to just add, even if it is 0.5 sewing allowance, because I'm giving allowance in case I add, or in case the client adds flesh. You get it? This is not already made. So yeah, we can do our manipulations, but normally just cut your measurement. I've cut the side. So just cut. I'm done with that. I first of all cut for the back and then took out the front and cut. So for the back, I later used 2 inches neck depth, no more 1.5. So you can also see the sides. You can see the allowance I add. This is called in case of adding allowance. But please don't do it on yours if you don't have the plan for this. Now in sewing, the first thing we're going to do is right side facing right side. We're going to join it on the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Okay, I've joined it on the shoulder as you can see. I placed pepper under. Why join it? Because you know this is a stretchy fabric, or you can even place it on top, however easier for you. So the next is to pipe the neckline. Here I have a cutout fabric of 1.5 inches. 1.5. Place this here, right side to right side. You place it here, then you take it to your sewing machine and you sew round. Please, because this is a stretchy fabric, if you're not careful, it will sag on the neck. So what you're going to be doing is, while you are sewing, you just be dragging this, stretching this one out a little, not too much. It will help gather up the neck a little bit. Please, careful. So you are sewing, you're stretching out a little, you're stretching this one out a little bit, all the way around. So okay, after sewing it straight, what I did, I left space. So I measured how much it would take, then held this side and this one together and joined it. So I'll trim this off and then complete the sewing on one side. The next is to flip it over, fold here, then flip it over. So I'm going to top stitch, keep folding, covering up, and then top stitch. That's how I'm going to do it round. After that, I'll go over to join the sides by half of an inch. But on one side, I'm going to make use of the right side, or depending on where you want, I'm going to leave a slit. So I want the slit to start from 36 inches. So I'll measure from the top of the dress to wherever 36 inches falls, and that is here. So I'm going to stop here just on one side. After I'm done, we'll come back to see the next. Okay, so this is the neck part. Gonna have to turn it on. So all right, please take your time and do yours so that yours will be smoother than mine. You see, some places in mine are kind of, they'll come together. So take your time and do yours to be smooth. This is the side also. Okay, just the two sides. Then this is the side that will have slits. And what I just did here was, I just opened up the allowance. I opened it up and then top stitched. Starting from this side where the slit stops back to this very place. After that, I went ahead to hem the dress by folding it twice, 1, 2, and then I sewed it round. Okay, you can see, you can observe the paper that I used. This fabric is really stretchy. So let's go ahead to our sleeve. I have a fabric here. I have two. This is on fold. This one is also on fold. So I've marked 1 inch starting line. I used 1 inch because I'm going to hem it here. So 1 inch, and then you measure the length of the dress. This is a cold shoulder, so it's going to start somewhere below the biceps, somewhere here. So you take your measurements to where you want it to be. Mine will be getting to somewhere here. I have 19.5 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance. Then you take the bicep circumference. In my case, it is 11.5 divided by 2 is 5.75. Your elbow divided by 2, this starts this place. Take the circumference. Mine is 11 inches. I mark it somewhere here. Divided by 2 is 5.5. I mark 5.5 here. And because I want this dress the sleeve to end here, I'll take the circumference of this place. Here I have 9.5 inches divided by 2 is 4.75. And I will connect. Cut this off. After that, taking out the allowances here and about ½ inch or 0.25 inch here, I'm going to place the armhole. This is the sleeve, so I'll place the armhole. I just want it to be 1 inch on each side. So after the allowance, I measure 1 inch here. So I'll place it. Please observe what I'm doing. So this is just what I'm cutting out. Trace out the shape. This is it. So after this, I'll take it and sew with the allowance, just sew with ½ inch down. I will hem this by folding it 1, 2, and sew. And also on this top part, folding it one and two, I'm going to sew it. Do the same, do it for both sides. I just pin this as though I've sewn it. Okay, so I'll open it up, bring our main dress. This is the sleeve part, the armhole. Open it up to match it up here, and then you sew it, attach it. And when we are done with that, please, I just want to do everything together. When we are done with that, attaching the sleeve, we are going to pipe the armhole just the same way you did to your neck. You know, get an extra fabric, place, leave some space, sew, grab the even the sleeve, you know, sew it round, then you hold this together, measure and sew, then you turn it, you know, just pipe the armhole for the two sides. All right, I'm done with everything, and you can see this is the armhole, neatly finished. Look at the back side of it, look at the sleeve, look at the hem of the sleeve. All right, our dress is ready, and trust me, if you take the body measurement of your client very accurately, believe me, you will not sew this cloth twice if you follow the method that I used. I did not sew it twice, I did not shape it twice, maybe because I had an issue or whatever. This is just one line and it was perfect, very much perfect. Okay, so if you also notice, I finished it with zigzag scissors, pinking share. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you in my next one. Please go ahead and support this family by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Bye.